Hello, and today I will be solving the two problems number 3 and number 10 in the problem packet. So, the first problem is the two identical twins can only be distinguished by the characteristic that one always tells the truth and the other always lies. So, based on the information given in the question, you were able to figure out the two equations for the system of equations, which would be 3x plus 6y equals 12, and x plus 2y equals 5. We can multiply that second equation by -3 so that the x values will cancel out and we can try to solve for y. But as soon as you try to do that, you'd notice that the 3 and the -3 there, and the 6 and the -6 that you get from multiplying -3 cancel out both of the terms, which means that, according to this, 0 is equal to -3, which it is not. So what we can go back and do, or try to do, is try to solve it again, and instead of doing it through elimination, we can instead try to substitute in that x value, which would be x is equal to 5 minus 2y. So if we go and we plug that into our equation, then what we would get is 3 times 5 minus 2y plus 6y equals 12 to help us solve for that y value. But that isn't going to work either, because you get the 15, but then you get minus 6y and plus 6y, which cancel out to make 0, meaning that 15 equals 12, which is also not true. So based on this information, we can tell that the twin that gave us the information for the lucky number is the twin that lies, because there are no solutions. And that was problem number 3 in the packet. Just write that down and box in the answer. There we go. That's the first problem. Done. And then the second problem will be number 10. In the following triangle, the degree measures of the 3 interior angles and 2 of the exterior angles are represented with variables. Find the measure of each interior angle. What we're going to do first is we're going to draw out this triangle again, just so we have a better visual to look at it. So we have the two rays, and then we add in that other line to make the triangle. And then we go and we write in our values. That first exterior angle value, and then the other interiors, and that last interior one. That first exterior is 2x plus 5, and then the interior is y, the vertex is x, and the other interior is z, and then the last exterior is 2x minus 5. So based on this information, we can set up a system of equations to solve for each of the interior angles. That first one is going to be y plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 180, because the two angle measures add up to equal 180. And based on that one, we can do that same thing for the other one. Z plus 2x minus 5 is also equal to 180 because of the same rule. I'll change the color there. And then lastly, all the interior angles in a triangle always add up to 180, so using that knowledge we can get our third and final equation for this problem. And then after that, we can go over and start, simplifying these equations so that it's easier to look at and to do the elimination and substitution. So that first one is 2x plus y is equal to 175. The second equation would simplify out to 2x plus z is equal to 185. And then that last equation pretty much stays the same. X plus y plus z equals 180. And because we have that equation with all the single variables, it's easy to do the next part where we can solve for y and x of the first two equations and plug them into that last one. So y is equal to 175 minus 2x. And then z, based on the second equation, is equal to 185 minus 2x. And I'm just going to turn on Do Not Disturb so I get no more notifications. Sorry about that. And then from there, we can go and plug that in to that third equation. So we would get x plus, in parentheses, 175 minus 2x, plus, in parentheses, 185 minus 2x, is equal to 180. And finish writing that down. And then the next step would be to write everything out. So the 175 plus 185 is going to be equal to 360. And then you also get x minus 2x minus 2x plus 360 equals 180. So we're going to combine all those like terms, and negative 2x minus 2x is negative 4x plus x is negative 3x. And then 180 minus 360 is negative 180. So you can divide that by negative 3 to isolate the variable, and you would get x is equal to 60. So that the vertex of the triangle is 60 degrees. And that's our first interior angle. And now that we have one angle measure, it makes the rest of the process a whole lot easier. So if you plug it into those original equations, you will get the 180 minus wrong one. So I need to go back and erase that. So, as if you're solving the original equations and you plug in the x variable, you will get 180 minus 125 is equal to 55 degrees. So that means that y angle is 55 degrees. And then we can do the next one to solve for z, meaning that 180 minus 115 is equal to 65 degrees. So z is equal to 65 degrees, and that is our last interior angle. And now we're just going to go back, double check all of that, make sure that it all adds up to the right number. 60 plus 55 plus 65 is equal to 180. So it all checks out, everything works, and that is how you would solve for problems number 3 and problem number 10. Thank you.